What's up, everybody? It's day 2 of, well, technically day 3 of practicing every day till Camp Shred, but day 2 of actually filming it. We're out at Slaughter Pen Trails where the castle is, and what is it? Not Trick Park. Skills Park, that's what it says, with all the drops and the tabletops and stuff that they just redid. And they're working on a bunch of other stuff right now, so I'm gonna get ready to go. I actually charged my UC this time, so it's at like 99%, which will be plenty. I'm gonna try to stretch a little bit more too, see if that helps the back not get as I don't know, it just didn't feel too good at the end of riding yesterday. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, we're out at Slaughter Pen, all geared up, ready to go. We'll probably head over to the Skills Park. It's still a little bit dark out, but luckily out here there's not a lot of trees unless you get like out into the woods right there on that is that the north? It might be the north. Yeah, the north side of Slaughter Pen. That's where it starts to get dark, at least in this beginning time. But right now the Skills Park in the castle area should be perfectly fine, which is what I come here to ride. I mean, there's a lot of trails out there, but they're usually not quite as groomed as well as the trails at the castle and all that. So yeah, we'll try to ride most of the trails up there. There's really only like one that I don't ride, which is I think Lone Wolf is the only one that I don't ride because it's just not really that fun. But the rest of them are pretty good, including Dragon Scales. That's the only other really difficult one out over there. Well, I mean, depends on how fast you're going. If you're going really freaking fast, most of them are difficult. But yeah, I'll hit a couple warm-up laps, hit a couple drops at the Skills Park, and then I'll head over there and go ride that a good bit. Okay, we're gonna hit the first little tiny jump trail over here. Just super easy, just a real nice warm-up trail. There we go. Nice warm-up. Nothing too bad. Usually I like to hit that one first, you know. Get the legs moving a little bit more. Whoa. Got scared there. They're working on something. He let like a gas tank or something. He let some air out, guessing. I thought it was my tire. I was like, oh no, not already. This tire only has like 200 miles on it or something. Maybe not even that much. You know, it's probably got about 200. Okay, well, they just added these carpets to all the intermediate and advanced trails, so which have been super sick. Whoa, turn, Kai. So we'll work our way up. I'll hit that first one right there, and then I'll hit the second one afterwards. I just like to get warmed up on some of these drops, and I'll hit Yeah Buddy too. I've only hit it once since they put all new carpet in, and it's definitely a lot different than it was before. But oops, I want to get warmed up on the other one. Okay, let's see. How's this one running? Probably pretty good. It's so much easier now that it has the carpet. Like, you used to not be able to really land too deep because of all the rock, but now with the carpet you don't really have to be that worried about landing super deep, because yeah, it's so smooth, the landing. But yeah, it's definitely a lot different than it was before. Okay, well, I'll hit the other one now. Okay, drop 7, which I think they say this one's about 7 feet or 8 feet. I'm not sure. It feels pretty big. There we go. Nice smooth landing. Dude, those have to be the smoothest drops in Bentonville at the moment. I haven't ridden the new bike park because we're still not, like, EUC still aren't allowed to ride the new bike park yet. But out of everything else, those have to be the smoothest. That landing is just butter, you know, with the carpet. I definitely like the carpet. I think it takes a little bit of the challenge out, that's for sure. You know, they especially in Arkansas, it's so rocky and dusty and all that, that it's like, you know, there's a couple drops that aren't as big as that one, but now are more challenging because it doesn't have the carpet. And so, you know, like, I've landed a couple of drops and spun out in the dust in the landing. So I tried locking my horizon. Let's see, hopefully that works, so that it won't flip the camera. Got a dude running with a stick. But yeah, so we'll hit Yeah Buddy, and then this is really the only one I hit over here. I don't really hit Berm Diggity just on the EUC. It's like it's too bermy. Who would guess it? And I should probably try Pump Fiction. I think that one's, yeah. Again, it was pretty okay, but you have to have the timing down right, or else you're gonna get screwed up. Because if you don't, it's super pumpy, but you can jump it. It's just, if you don't have it quite right, you're gonna start landing either in the up of the next jump, or, you know, like something like that, or on like the lip of the jump. So you've got to get that timing and that speed just down in order to hit it, you know, all the way through. But yeah, we'll hit Yeah Buddy, which they just redid. I was actually the last person to ride it before they redid it. Like, literally, I was here riding and I hit it, and then the dude walked up and started talking to me, and then he's like, okay, you can ride it one more time and then we're closing it off. So the last person before, I definitely wasn't the first person to ride it since they reopened it. I rode it 2 days ago when I recorded and my camera deleted all the footage, but it's been reopened for probably 2 weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, let's go hit it. Oh, okay, let's see. This first one's not bad. It's definitely a lot more lippy than it was before. You don't need nearly as much speed. This one you need good speed for. Yeah, didn't quite clear it on that one. Thought I saw somebody coming up. Let's try that one again. That third one you definitely need good speed, because I like barely landed on the lip. But yeah, definitely a lot of fun. They're way more lippy, and the landings hopefully won't get as rutted out. Like, there would just straight up be a rut right in the middle of the landing, like this, or like this, but not kind of going the other way, you know, with the line of the tires. But yeah, there would be just straight up a rut. You would come over without seeing it the first time and just be like, oh no, I'm gonna land right in this rut. Hopefully I'm okay. Okay, let's try that again. Let's get that third one just a little bit faster. The rest of them are pretty good speed, pretty comfortable. Honestly, they could have made them a little bit bigger for me, but I ain't complaining. There we go. Woo! I was actually a little bit short on the fourth one that time, and maybe slightly on the third one. Yeah, I could definitely take some more speed, but we're gonna go over to the castle. I'll be back over there. Usually what I'll do is I'll go ride Expressway, possibly. I really like that one. It's a bi-directional, which, if you've watched my last video, I talked quite extensively about bi-directional versus single direction trails, and how much I love the one direction trail versus the bi-directional. Though typically in Bentonville, the bi-directional is a lot better. So but yeah, so just making our way over to the castle area, which I lost my phone at 2 days ago. that was not fun. Popped out of the case when it hit the ground, so it scuffed it up a bit, but you know, overall wasn't too bad. To make sure nobody's coming. But yeah, definitely there's been a good bit of runners out recently. I think it's been so cold in the morning, or not cold, but it's been so hot. Like the temperature change in Bentonville is crazy. Like right now it's probably about 70, 72, but later today it'll be 96. And it's just, there's such a big difference that people are so just willing to get out at, you know, real, like I'm doing. It's 7 o'clock in the morning right now. You know, they're just willing to get out because it's so much better than trying to get out at, you know, 4, 5, 6 o'clock at night. Even like when it starts to get dark, like 8, it's still pretty warm. You know, it's still hot, high 80s, low 90s. Even at like 7:30 at night, or in the afternoon, I guess, because it's technically, I mean, the sun's still up. But yeah, so it's just, but these mornings, you know, if you get out before like 8 o'clock until about 10, it's perfect weather for riding. You can just ride so much, especially on this thing, you know, 20, 25 miles and be perfectly fine, you know, without really caring. Okay, we're gonna get warmed up on this one. This one's pretty freaking fun. Jump that, pretty good jump. Hold nicely over that berm. Jump that, landed a little bit to the left. That third one you really have to pick up on. Oh, it's gotten a little bit rocky. I ran over a rock on that coming into that last turn. But yeah, that one you definitely have to jump pretty well. This one and the bridge you can jump pretty easily. And then this berm I find is hard because of that center of gravity, or the wheel spinning. It really wants to fight you turning fast on that berm. Because you just don't have like, you kind of have to flat turn it, but you're trying to flat turn it at like 20, 25 miles an hour, compared to like being able to kind of hug that berm and turn and kind of put that energy into the berm. But yeah. Ooh. It's like, I don't know if I should record longer clips. Maybe leave it down in the comments if you're watching this. Like, should I record longer clips like this where I'm kind of running multiple trails in the same clip? Somebody's water bottle. Or, because I mean, this is almost a 5.5 minute clip. Like, should I cut more where I'm just, you know, talking about something and then cut and then go back to talking? Or do y'all like to watch the trail? You know, because like I rode all the way up here, I rode through the castle area, then I rode this trail, you know, like, I don't know, I like to kind of mix it. Like, I feel like a 6-minute clip is almost too long compared to, you know, like I see a lot of people, it might be like a 3-4 minute clip and then they kind of cut to the next section, you know, like. But also then it's kind of hard to get a feel of like what it's really like riding there, because it's like just immediately right to the next downhill or whatever, and that's like really not how it is, you know, when you're actually there. So, well, I'm gonna take a sec, and then I'm gonna ride this one, which is Furnace. This one's a pretty fun one. Honestly, this one might be one of my favorites, because the other two land you like a little bit farther down, especially Lone Wolf lands you all the way down at the bottom. But this one lands you pretty close to where it's always a quick ride back up on this thing, but you know, even quicker than riding like something like Lone Wolf would be. But yeah. Okay, let's hit this trail. Oh, that was not a good start. I mean, I'm not trying to run times right now, but if I was, that would have been a horrible start to that trail. Woo! These berms are super rutted, especially that one. Oop, I had something in my tire, but luckily it came out of there. This one is crazy rutted. Woo! Nice trail. Oh yeah. I mean, it's rutted, but honestly, I kind of like that. You know, you always ride Bentonville because it's not smooth. Nobody's really riding a Bentonville because they're like, oh, I want to go ride the smoothest trail I can possibly ride. You know, why is my camera not flipping? See, I think I'm still recording the correct way. I think it just didn't flip. Yeah, I must be. I don't know. It just didn't flip the screen. I was having some issues where I had to like manually flip the camera because it was like upside down or it was like vertical. So there we go. Now it flips the screen. Oh, if you're wondering, also I'm recording on the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 with the max lens, which is super scratched up, as you can see over there. I took a pretty hard fall at Dirt Surfers, which is in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, about an hour and 15 minutes from here. Super rocky there too. My one wheel, which I ride sometimes as long as it's working, but my one wheel broke, so it broke in the middle of the race. So I nosedived and then scratched up my lens like crazy. So, and it's like an $80 lens. So maybe I can get Insta360 to sponsor me and send me a new one. That'd be sick. Because I'm not trying to spend $80 on a lens I already own, but it's just a little bit scratched up. But yeah, so we'll probably hit Catapult. Catapult's the only trail up here that's on Hermes, and I don't technically have the record. I'm tied on Catapult. Which really sucks. I've tied it probably 2 or 3 times the record and just never gotten close enough to take it. It's been really annoying, but I took a really hard fall back in end of February on this one, and I wasn't wearing my chest guard when I fell, and I had this camera on my mount here, and it just went right into my chest. Yeah, it was actually the first day I got this lens, and the lens got a little bit scratched, but not nearly as much as it is now. Hopefully you can hear me pretty okay. I'm sitting right next to the highway. So, but yeah. So we're gonna ride this one, probably ride Medieval, and then ride Dragon Scales. I've got to get a Hermes segment because I'm getting my friend Thomas Twitchell is getting the Amped Electric Games Hermes segment set up for this year, and we were talking about like what we want to ride, and I was saying Dragon Scales for EUC. It's a pretty challenging trail. It could maybe be for like pro one wheel, but it's got some crazy sections. So but the Hermes currently is not set up, so I've got to record it and create a new trail. But yeah, let's ride eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Catapult. There we go. Let's ride Catapult first, and then we'll just go in order. Catapult, Medieval, and then Lone Wolf over there. We'll just go in order, and then we'll go across the highway right there, over to Expressway. I just saw one dude riding it, but he's going to be going the same way I'm going, so hopefully I won't catch him, and hopefully he's not going to be riding it back the other way, because it is it's one of the fastest and the funnest trails, but it's bi-directional, so you really got to worry about coming into contact with somebody else going the other way. But yeah, let's hit Catapult and have some fun. Okay, here's Catapult. This one has the entrance like the other two up here that looks pretty crazy, but on the EUC it's like basically no big deal. You just drop in however you want. I kind of get some air when I'm on my full race run. Jump that pretty nicely. Typically land pretty close to dirt or to dirt. Jump that and then jump this. Whoa, big send. I let that wheel get away from me there. That was a big send. This one I always want to jump, but just seem to never quite have enough speed to jump the entire thing. It would definitely save some time to do that, because having to drop off the other side is not fun. But yeah, jump this. This is a pretty good break right here, going full speed. Jump this. Make sure you don't hit that tree. I pulled that. I don't know if I pulled it more than once. I've definitely done it once. That was not fun. But yeah. And that is Catapult. Super fun, super fast. I think it's about a minute. I think my record's 59 seconds and I'm tied with like 4 other people on Hermes. So that definitely wasn't the record. I was holding back a good bit through some of the sections, but it definitely was pretty freaking fast. I would love to see that bridge replay. I kind of let the wheel get away from me a little bit. And I even with letting that wheel go down some, instead of kind of keeping it up in a ball, even with that, I like over cleared even the ground. Like I usually don't even clear the ground that much. So I definitely held some good momentum over it, that's for sure. But yeah, that was fun. Okay, well, I'm gonna go run oh shoot, what's the other one? Catapult, Lone Wolf, Medieval. I'm gonna go run Medieval, so I'll see you at the top of that. Okay, well, oh wait, let me flip around here because I am basically a complete shadow right now. There we go, facing into the sun. Got the visor in my eye, but that's fine. Well, I actually already ran this one, but accidentally hit the 2X button again, which apparently there's no way to remove the 2X button. So that's fun. Yeah, so I'm gonna run it again. Hopefully it will actually stay in 1X instead of zooming into 2X, because you basically can't see anything in 2X. But I did some talking before the last run and I have no idea what I said, which is typically how these clips go. So well, maybe I'll be a little bit faster on this run than I was on the last one. What's crazy is I can literally look at the camera and see if I'm in 1X or if I'm in 2X. But yet somehow I keep putting myself back in the 2X instead of 1X. Whatever. Oh, I did mention 2 days ago I lost my phone and it was on this trail. I lost it right here. Definitely didn't lose it this time. And I actually did not find it until, watch out for that rock, until this jump, or I didn't even realize I had lost it until that jump. Woo! Send! 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 Make sure nobody's coming. Yeah, that's a sick one. I really like that one. Ooh, I feel like something. Oh no, my camera. Well, can't really get any more scratched up than it already is. I guess it can, but let me see if I can clean clean off the lens a little bit. Well, I felt something coming a little bit loose. I guess I didn't fully secure down the camera because I dropped it. And now that makes the camera and my phone that I've dropped on that trail. Luckily, I noticed the camera a little bit faster than the phone. So, yeah, that was a good run. Definitely still not up to race pace, but, you know, I'm not really trying to go race pace. I don't need to get hurt. I'm just trying to get some miles in, you know. Okay, well, see you at the top of Lone Wolf. Will be next, and then we'll run Expressway. Okay, we're up to the top of Lone Wolf now. I have actually not seen one single biker over here, which is really quite surprising. But they'll probably can't really hear me very much, so I'm just going to drop in. This one is super chunk, super tech. It's very similar to Rock Hard over at Kohler, but maybe even a little bit more tech, which is crazy to say. It looks like, oh wow, look at this skip line. That was not there the last time I rode this trail. Looks like they did some work on it. Woo! Yeah, definitely very loose too. Whoa! I slightly pedal clipped a rock on one of those. That was not very fun. Woo! Yeah. That one's intense. That's for sure. Woo! That one's a lot, but definitely very solid chunk trail. If you're looking for Bentonville chunk, you can not get much better than that or Rock Hard. They are both probably some of the chunkiest trails in Bentonville that you can ride on an UC. There might be some chunkier ones at the new Oz Bike Park, but we're not allowed to ride there, so we're gonna hit the road up and over to Expressway, which is probably actually one of my most favorite trails, or one of my favorite trails here. So I'll see you over there. Okay, we're over to Expressway. I am going to try to get a good run. Hopefully there's no bikers. It's still pretty early in the morning, so I feel somewhat comfortable going pretty fast on it. Honestly, I might be a little bit more comfortable going pretty fast, like middle of the afternoon, but it's so hard to tell here. You know, like typically it'd be the most dead in the middle of the afternoon, but Bentonville, you never know. You know, there's so many people from out of town and just so many bikers that's like, it's really hard to find a place that's like dead and yet nobody's riding it, you know. Other than Bella Vista, to be honest. Bella Vista, there are a good bit of trails that you do not have to worry about somebody else being on it. I mean, obviously you want to be careful and cautious and, you know, all that, but like, there's been some trails that it's like I've never seen anybody else ride them. So I've definitely seen other people ride this trail. So, but yeah, let's get started. This is going to be a long one. This one's going to be about 7 minutes, but it's 7 minutes of fun, that's for sure. Okay, let's go. entering here. If you enter from this side, you get a immediately really fast section. Entering from the other side, it's fast, but not quite as much. And you get a little bit more uphill compared to this side. This side is going down the hill, the other side's going up, obviously. I prefer going this side, but sometimes, you know, it is fun to climb the hill, especially on this thing, because this thing just eats the frickin' uphills like nobody's business. Gotta be careful in these pine leaves or pine needles coming down through here. Gotta be careful because it throws you. It throws right turns like nobody's business. Here you can kind of open it up, but you got to get ready for that immediate turn, and then you can open it up again. Just be careful, because I mean, you could probably see somebody coming, but it's so tight here. You know, like I would not know if somebody was coming up this. So open it up again. Nice fast straight section. Get on the corners. Hold it, hold it. Woo. Nice. Straight. Get on the brakes. Turn in. You're already gonna be tired. You're only like a quarter of the way done. Probably not even that much. And you're already gonna be tired. But you just gotta keep pushing. Exactly like how it is in a race. Because no matter, I found like no matter how short the trail is in a race, you get tired because you're pushing as hard as you can possibly push. And that's just, you know, you gotta, I definitely learned like finding that balance of speed and pushing at wheel scorchers, because there was one segment that was like 6 minutes or something, and that was at full race pace. Maybe it was closer to 5. Whoa! It is loose. It's definitely hard trusting this small tire this much through some of the corners because I am really leaning on it, and it is the only thing holding me up. If that tire loses grip, and I don't have fast enough reflexes to catch it, I'm going right to the freaking ground. I am almost literally coming out of the pads trying to brake right there. I am so hard on brake, I can feel my foot literally sliding forward. I probably need to replace the grip tape on these pads because I feel like it's slightly coming up a little bit, or it's definitely coming up, and I'm kind of pushing it almost out of the way. Careful of the bridge. You're getting there, but you still gotta go. Even once you hit this section, you think you're done? Nope. You still gotta like come in the woods and then out of the woods. Definitely checked up there a little bit more than I had to, but now you're on the vinyl straight away. And make sure you can get it stopped. Woo! Man. Yeah. Yeah. Holy crap. That's a take a helmet off right there. Okay, we're back. Fresh battery, some water. Gotta stay hydrated. And oh, actually, hold up. I came over here, but I actually want to go down to the this other section, which is probably one of, if not my favorite section here of trail to ride, because it is super sick, super loose. Just, you never know what's gonna happen when you're hitting it. You know, it's just so stupid fun. So let's get down there and I'll meet you up there. Okay, we're at the trail, Armadillo's Last Stand. Yeah, super loose, pretty tight trail, but very playful. Yeah, let's see if we can get it. Come up over here, just try to hold on for dear life. Down through there, just so loose. Try to hold on through here. You kind of just have to throw it in and hope it grips. Hope you find a grippy section of that. Coming up through there, just let that suspension work. Jump that. Hop through here. Hop, hop. Hop over that root. Hop over the bridge. Then come up. And then you get to the choice. What are you gonna hit? Come over. Oh, slide out. Oh, shoot. And then you're done. Not super long, but man, is it techy. Okay. Woo. And I've actually never ridden that part, but we'll hit all American. This is a short, real short jump line, and then we'll go up to Jesse's Last Stand. Which way? Up. I always forget how to get to the top of, or how to get there. It's so not obvious because it splits like 3 times, but it ends right here, and that last jump is big. It's a slight step up, and whoa, chunk it through there. Yeah, there's a nice chunk trail right up. I say nice. It's not that nice. It's pretty sketchy. I always forget which way to go. You want to keep going up because that way brings you underneath the bridge. And you don't want to go underneath the bridge. You want to stay on this side of the bridge. Luckily, you can hop through if you forget, but... But yeah, this is a pretty short... I got grabbed by something. I don't know what I got grabbed by. It's a pretty short trail, but pretty fun. A couple good jumps. Unfortunately, the bridge doesn't have quite as much of a lip as I'd want to jump it, but it's pretty good. Hey, we're still at about 70%. That's pretty good. But yeah, good chunk trail, or not chunk. This is real smooth. They just redid this about 3 months ago. I don't know how long it takes for it to not be just redid. You know, I mean, 3 months is a good bit of time, especially in Bentonville terms, because some trails they probably redone. There we go. That was a good jump to it. Jump there. Jump there. You gotta get a little bit of air from up, down, and then jump. Whoa! Holy moly. We beeped her out on the last one. She's fine though. She handled it. Okay, drop number 6. Oh yeah, that one feels so good. The other one honestly feels maybe slightly better though. That one feels good, but the other one feels right. This is so loose though. Drop 7. This one feels honestly kind of the best to me. You can land so deep on that one too and just freaking send it. That's probably some of the deepest I've ever ridden off of it. I can jump those. Ooh, the dust is crazy out here. I don't know if I want to try to send it a little bit faster. That fence post or something. Oh. That was a little bit hard of a landing. Just a tad. Definitely not super bad landing, but of pump fiction, and then head back to the car. Dang it. Oh, I messed up the timing. Okay, just got done riding. Nice ride. I did about, let's see, 16 miles. So actually more than I thought I would. That whole Medusa run, which I'll probably keep in the video, but like till the end, is that definitely added a lot of miles, because that was, or not a lot, but like 1 or 2 for sure. I went
39.8, which I'm not sure where I went that fast. It might have been on expressway, like through one of the fast sections. Yeah, I think it was. I think I hit almost 40 miles an hour on expressway, which is kind of crazy. It doesn't have my riding though. I'm wondering if this is outdated or something, like if it takes a sec to update. I'm gonna try restarting the app. It tells me the right amount of riding, but there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure. It was either expressway or someplace else. But 65 seconds of airtime, which means over 16 miles, I spent a little bit over a minute in the air. I guess it's pretty cool. 1.1 second was my longest air. That was probably on Yeah Buddy. Let's see if it updated my segments on Hermes. Oh, it did. I'm not sure about how it's reading these. It says I got the fastest time on Catapult, but I might have to report this because that was definitely, yeah, I mean, it says I went 11 or 13 seconds faster on Catapult. That I did not. I did one run and it was not that fast. So I think I need to report on how it's reading these times. Yeah, like it says I did almost a 30 second faster run on expressway, which, yeah, that was a faster run than what I've done before, but not 30 seconds. I mean, hey, I'll take the golden wings. It looks nice, but I don't think it's my real time. I mean, Yeah Buddy, it says I beat also, or Berm Diggity. I could believe that because they redid it, or I tied. Furnace, it says I beat my old time by a good bit too. Or actually not really. I don't know. I don't truly believe these times. But who knows? We'll see. So yeah. Good ride overall. Was there any other data I wanted to share? I don't think so. That's pretty much it. I mean, it says I hit 49 miles an hour now, but I was not going that fast. So yeah, I might have him just check over a couple things because I'm not sure about these speed and Hermes ratings. I'd like to see about how they're measured, because yeah, those times are a little bit suspicious, and I'm saying that myself. But good video. Gotta get it edited. Got some really cool clips of the drop at the skills park that I'll add in. So, yep, I'll see y'all tomorrow.